There's a shift happening in dating, and particularly when it comes to black women. And I've noticed it slowly, and like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how the exact words to describe it, but I'm just looking around. I'm just like, something here smells fishy. I say all the time, but it's pure misogyny that we've been taught to shame women for dating for things, right? So, like, women who date for money are gold diggers, and we should frown upon them. But I say all the time, men date for social status. Men, very specifically, marry for social status. This idea of men dating a woman because her father had connection to royalty, or her father owned a bunch of land and they would go to her, whatever it was, those ideas have not become extinct. They have just transformed. And men still to this day marry as a way to increase their net worth. Like a man in corporate America, once he reaches 32, 33, will marry whoever he's dating, whether he loves her or not, because he understands that being married is good for him at work. He's more likely to get a promotion at work if he is married because it makes him look like he's stable. It makes him look like he can commit to things, that he can be trusted. Corporate America doesn't like bachelors because they're more likely to get into some kind of trouble, right? So when it's time to give up promotions, they're going to give it to the guy who is married. That is why this shift happens at like 32, where every single man you know suddenly gets engaged, right? And you're confused as to what happened because the girl that he's dating wasn't that much different than his ex-girlfriend who he never married. It is because he woke up one day and was like, fuck, I need a wife. Like that, a wife will help my resume. And then he will marry the first girl that's around. So the shift that I'm seeing happening is when it pertains to black women in particular, right? Like all of these studies have come out saying that black women are the best leaders, that black women are the most educated, that black women are the ones who are most likely to make a business successful, that black women essentially are an asset. By the way, everyone confused as to why and thinking that it's some kind of miraculous miracle when it's like obviously just common sense. It's cause and effect, right? Like black women are raised in the moment that they're born to be caretakers, to care for others, to think of others before themselves, right? Like we are built to raise other people's children, to take care, to raise either younger siblings or nieces and nephews. We are at the bottom of the podium, we are the mules of the world. So therefore, we are raised to care for other people, to put other people's feelings and needs above our own. So because of that, we make great leaders, right? We make
She's saying a whole lot of nothing. And a lot of this is based off of, for whatever reason, she's thinking that men are a monolith and women are a monolith. And no, most men that I know that are successful, and I know a lot of successful men, very, very successful men, especially in this day and age, is marrying for love. Most men are not even afraid to get married, they're afraid of getting divorced. And nothing is holding them back. I don't know a man personally, and this is why women need to have more conversations with men. I don't know a man personally that believes that a woman is going to elevate him into the next level. They think that women are a helpmeet. They believe that women add value, but the value that you add is not going to be a determining factor for whether or not we are successful in our careers. And women believing that they now should marry for stuff or for social status or to be taken care of is absolutely worse for the community. And I think it's going to be bad for society. I don't understand it, but let's continue.
great leaders because we think of other people who are not just ourselves. We vote great because we think about other people's needs, not just ourselves.
You do not vote great. Who told you that you voted great? Who told you that you are the best partners? This is crazy that she's even saying this and that she even believes this and that this type of rhetoric is coming out of her mouth. You guys, who told you this? Like, who confirmed that you guys are the greatest leaders, that you are the best contributors? No, let me help you to understand something. You are the most enrolled, you are the most in debt, you are the least married, you always vote wrong. You always vote based off of your emotions, and you always vote Democrat, regardless of who the candidate is. So I don't know where she's getting this from. And for whatever reason, they believe that women should. I don't believe that women are natural leaders. I believe that women are natural helpmeets. I think that they assist and they can enhance or they can contribute, and that the value that they bring is based off of gender roles, not because you feel some type of way about it. So whatever this notion is and whatever this mindset is and this shift that she thinks that then justifies or validate women being able to be taken care of in a way that they don't have to naturally contribute in whatever it is that the standard is that they can contribute, but they could just marry just because and then be taken care of because whatever it is value that she thinks that they bring that's not necessarily true is wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
We vote what is best in the general public because we were raised to think of others before we think of ourselves.
Mm.
So it's already happening that a marriage that involves a black woman already has a higher percentage of like staying together longer, right? A lower percentage of divorce. But I would guess that in the
Where's she
upcoming
getting
years,
these?
I would say the
Okay,
next 10 or
hold on,
15
hold on.
years,
Where is she getting these numbers from? Honest to God, where are you getting these numbers from, man?
the average woman who is married is going to be about 65% black, if not more. What's happening is, as I said, men who are calculated users see that black women improve things, see that black
Men that are what?
what's happening is, as I said, men who are calculated users see that black women
Calculated users.
improve things, see that black women raise networks, see that black women are good for business, see that black women are a form of social currency, are actively going after them. On the one side of it, we have the
Then
entire
why are you guys at least married?
Black love movement that was obviously an entire movement created to pander specifically to black women, right? Like the entire point of that movement was to tell black women who have always been treated, discarded, and treated like others to be like, no, 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 we find you attractive. No, 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 we find you attractive. And when that movement blew up, it became a thing where like people respected, especially women. Women loved men who were in black love, who had black wives, right? And I would argue that, funny enough, after all that went through, right, where men were getting cool points for having a black girlfriend, for starting a black family, I think at the end of it, that propaganda specifically worked more on black men than it did black women, right? Like black men saw having a black wife and having a black family as a form of a social status, and then actively pursued black women for that reason because they wanted other black men to big up them, right? To give them the, oh my God, you're so cool. Oh my God, that's amazing. When on the other hand, I don't think it moved the needle with black women that much at all. I think most black women were like, I'm going to date whoever. Like, I'm going to date whoever treats me well. And in real time, we're watching the complete opposite side of it with white men who, especially on social media, especially on the internet, see the way that they're applauded and the way that they're praised for dating black women, and because of that, are essentially pandering to black women, right? And see that it makes them money. See that it's an easy way to make a career, especially like on TikTok. Like all you have to do is pretend to like black women, so pretend to be attracted to black women, and everyone will flock to your comment section. Everyone will flock to show you love and follow you. When then you go on their Instagram and they don't follow a single black woman. It's just white bitches in bikinis. Like, okay. Like, it just feels like we went from one extreme to another. One extreme of, like, nobody wanting us, nobody finding us attractive. So this other extreme of everyone wanting us, but no one wanting us for, like, the individual people that we are. Everyone wanting us because we're a status symbol, right? Because we are a form of currency.
And this is just to be as respectful as possible because I think that uh, all black women are not created equal. It could be based off of their attitudes. It could be based off of their contributions. It could be based off of whether they are natural in their nurturing abilities. It could be whether or not they're really good helpmeets, whether they keep themselves up or whatever. So please don't think that me having this conversation right now qualifies you or disqualifies you with regard to how it is that I'm trying to communicate exactly what my point is right now. When did black women specifically become a status symbol? Honestly, because what I see happening in culture and society is there's a passport bro movement. And remember, this all goes back to her sentiment, her disposition that why are people getting upset that women are specifically marrying for status or stuff? This had nothing to do with love or anything like that. And don't get me wrong, shit, I caught flack the other day just for saying that I have a preference for black women just because I love them. That's what it is that I'm most attracted to. I've been married to a black woman for over 20 years, and people were questioning me, and that's how I know that she's wrong. People were looking at me and says, "Well, can you explain exactly why that would be?" So again, I think that the delusion is real. That people a lot of times make themselves out to be more than what they really are. Unfortunately, that's going to spill over into what you see happening culturally in society, and until people come to the conclusion of what they really facing and what they really are so that they can compete more effectively for the men that they're supposed to be with. And as a matter of fact, to speak to one point that she says men hit 32, 33 and then think to themselves, oh man, I need to settle. No, most men don't get married until they find somebody that they truly find, is awesome. And it usually comes when they're not looking. And I don't see most guys saying that they feel like they're going to settle down until they're in their late 40s, early 50s, maybe. Maybe, especially if they're incredibly successful, because they got all of the options and nothing is holding them back, especially in today's age. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you later. Peace.